will you if you wish?
Wayfinder was released digitally, I believe, in October, but the physical release is coming next Friday, right?
Well, it's sort of confusing. It was released October 1st, like digitally, and then we didn't really have our release shows until this the last weekend that just happened. Yeah, so we played a couple shows, which were like the release shows, and I had, I guess, the physical copies there. But
cool.
Yeah, so it's been kind of like an extended release period.
Everything's different these days. It's
yeah, exactly.
Feast,
yeah.
Well, how did the shows go? Tell me about the shows.
The shows were great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun figuring out like the arrangements for this album and the band, and it just felt really good to be playing again after so long of not playing. And they were really good shows.
Cool. So what kind of band did you have? How many folks were playing along with?
I played with 3 other people. My brother plays in the band with me,
right?
My friend Steven, and then our friend Andrew. So it was different in that, like, previously I would play exclusively like electric guitar, and it was more of like a, standard 4-piece indie rock type set.
Yep.
But this time we had Andrew, our friend, playing drums and pedal steel, which was really cool and different. Such a beautiful instrument. And then I was playing my like nylon string guitar, and so it was just more similar to how the record sounds, which was really cool. Really, really nice to be able to do that.
Yeah. And were people comfortable out and about? Because here in New Zealand, we're still kind of in lockdown again at the moment. We're just kind of coming out of it, so haven't been to a gig in a few months. So what's it feel like when people are together again?
People seem to be pretty comfortable. We played in San Francisco and in LA, but it feels kind of now like the comfortable period is kind of coming to an end, or it seems like, with the new variant that we might.
Oh, that's right. Yes. There's always something new.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe we just caught the tail end of that, like when it still feels mostly safe.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Strange times, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you mentioned your brother and Steven, they both helped you with the record. Is that right?
That's true. Yeah. Steven recorded the whole album with me, he recorded it and then played on it. And then my brother also played a lot on it too. And both of them are just like amazing musicians. So it feels really awesome. Travis, my brother's been playing in my band for a while now, but this is the first time Steven's also been in it. So it's very special. I'm happy, grateful.
And you recorded it up in Washington somewhere, right?
Yeah, we did. It kind of took place. It kind of happened in 3 different areas, just from pandemic recording possibilities. But part of it, the part where my brother was recording on it, was mostly in Anacortes, Washington, and then the rest was in Oakland at a few different studios, or 2 different studios. And
the studio is called The Unknown up in Washington, is that right?
Yeah, it's called The Unknown. It's an old church building.
Man,
really
I've spoken to so many people recording in old churches in the States these days. It's amazing. So tell me about your old church.
It is, it's such a cool, like, Anacortes as a location is so beautiful. That was my first time over there, and it's just a really quiet, beautiful town on the water, and just has a very, comfortable, peaceful air to it. But the church is just, I don't know what the church was actually called, or how long ago it was that it was even functioning. I think it's been a recording studio for a while.
Right.
But just beautiful, really big beautiful room with like the control room is kind of up these stairs, so you kind of can like peer out the.
Right.
I don't know what that room would have been when it was a church, but yeah, it just has a really great sound and a lot of cool instruments that we were able to use. Yeah, great place.
And whose idea was it to record up there? How did you come to find out about it?
So our friend Nick is the person who I think owns it and does most of the recording there. And he is a friend of Steven's. So Steven has like recorded there in the past over the years. And so he like kind of suggested it once we had kind of started recording in Oakland and had a few songs. And he was like, oh, we should maybe go up to like the Unknown and then get some time there and actually, you know, add a bunch of stuff. And we ended up like redoing a bunch of stuff that we did in Oakland once we were up there and had access to better equipment. And but yeah, it was through Steven. He knows the person who runs it.
Now, Wayfinder is comprised of about 10 tracks. Were they written as a whole, as to be kind of presented together, or were they kind of sporadically conceived and then came together later?
Probably the latter. I definitely this just kind of was a collection of songs that I had written over the past couple years. I think the oldest one is from like 2018. But yeah, so a lot of, you know, recurring themes, I guess, but there is also a lot, it's like from different time periods of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would some of those recurring themes be, do you think?
I mean, a lot of it is kind of just, I don't know, stuff that for me, a lot of the times, the majority of the time that I've sat down to write a song, it's been when I kind of was just maybe in a not so great place and just wanting to like work through it or journaling didn't, or it's either like I would journal if I felt kind of upset or sad about something, or I could like go and try and write a song. And luckily I'm able to do that sometimes. So, I mean, a lot of it is just kind of working through these like emotions and experiences that I've had. I mean, some of them were inspired, like there's like a couple songs that I wrote like in April of 2020, kind of right after we were, you know, in lockdown. And so yeah, there's just some stuff that is really personal, and also just kind of some stuff I try to just fictionalize based off of like personal true experiences. And then there's other, you know, I don't know, just things I thought a lot about in the past couple of years and continue to think about, of just, you know, like just being alive and what it means and if there is a meaning or not. And curiosity, just questions that I have that inspire me to make stuff. And then I don't know, a lot of kind of all over the place things, but the human experience.
Yeah, fair enough. Now I'm of a certain vintage, and I was listening to That's Life, Honey and watching the video, and I couldn't help but pick up a kind of a Neil Young-y vibe on that one. So is that an accurate assumption, or what's your relationship with old Neil?
The ocean needs no one to blame. It's the master of beautiful rage. I'm the master of inexplicable shame. Write it down and rewire my brain.
Definitely in the production of that song, it wasn't a conscious effort, but both Steven and I are Neil Young fans, and I especially love, you know, Harvest Moon. And it wasn't really like an intentional thing from the beginning, but once we kind of like had the song tracked and we were listening back, I think he was the first one to realize. He was like, this reminds me of like Heart of Gold.
It's the same beat, and not only is it the same beat, but the sound is very similar. The production, I don't know how that is achieved, but yeah, it was just like, oh, wait a minute, I know this song.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I think Neil Young is great. He's wonderful. He's one of the best.
Yeah, and the video is pretty cool. It looks like you're out in a big boat in the ocean somewhere. Tell me about making that.
So that was actually on Lake Michigan in Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was really fun. It was shot within like, maybe like 3 or 4 hours. So it was super kind of rushed. We just were on like a boat rental kind of touristy type thing that you can do, but we requested like take us as far out as possible. So it doesn't, you can't like tell that we're on the coast of Chicago or in Chicago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was really fun. We kind of went really, really far out there. And at a certain moment, the boat like driver was like, I don't know where we are. I'm kind of lost. Oh. The sun was setting and we were like, this is crazy. But yeah, it was really fun and also very choppy at points.
Right.
So it made for a challenging but hilarious and fun creative endeavor.
Cool. Do you do much sailing?
No, I wish. I love the feeling of being on a boat, but I don't have that much experience with it.
Okay. While we're on the subject of videos, on Didn't I, there's a shot of you on these, it looks like big steps or something, and I'm just wondering, near the beginning of the video, where that was shot and how you got there.
Yeah, that's so Lucy Sandler, who directed that video, she's from Northern California, like kind of in Marin County area, and knew all of these like incredible locations from just having grown up there. And that was a dam. I can't remember the name of it, but it's somewhere in Marin County. Yeah, there weren't many people there. There were like bikers kind of like biking around, but you can't really see it from the street either. And yeah, I wish I could remember the name. I don't know, but it's just a cool secret spot in Marin County, a big dam.
Very good. Now, a song that I wanted to touch on was Charlotte, which sounds like it was written about an older couple, possibly, that have been together for 50 years or so. Is that based on anything or anyone?
Charlotte, may I have this dance? Do you remember how it felt to take a chance?
Yeah, I wrote that in like, I guess it was almost 2 years ago now. It was like December 2019. I just got back from tour. And yeah, I don't really, that song is one of those songs that just came to be so quickly and effortlessly. But yeah, I wanted to write a song that was from the perspective of my grandfather. And so that's what that song is, kind of just like a, I don't know. It's for my grandparents, and I just wanted to kind of like, write something for them and to just commemorate, I guess, their experience, at least how I perceived it. But yeah, it's a really special song to me, obviously, and was one of the first that I think I consciously decided to write from, a perspective other than my own. And so I think I love that song for that reason, because it feels like it's somebody else's.
Gotcha. Now, bringing it around to your own perspective, do you think about what life is going to be like and what things are going to be like for you when in 50 years?
You know, I don't spend too much time thinking. I mean, I don't know that I spend really much time at all thinking about that. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, I guess it could be fun to ponder, but I feel like, um, I don't know. I kind of like just all of the best things that have happened for me in my life haven't really been something that I, like planned out, like
Right.
really. And so, I kind of just try to let, you know, go with the flow
Go
of
with the
life, see where
flow.
it takes me. But yeah, it's fun to think about, I guess.
Right. Now, a lot to ask. Is that a clarinet there that's playing at the end of that?
I know it's a lot to ask. I know it's a lot to ask.
Yes, yeah, that's my friend Adam Hirsch playing the clarinet part at the very end. Yeah, that was really a really fun part to write. To having never, I don't play clarinet or never had a clarinet recording on my song at all, but
Right.
such a beautiful instrument.
So how did it come about? Whose idea was it to go, oh, we need a clarinet here? How do you guys were working together?
I
these little
had that
flourishes?
song done for a while, and at the end, I write a lot of like vocal parts. Just I hear a lot of vocal melodies all the time, and I think I was like, oh, this could be a different instrument. Like I should, there's like 50 tracks of my voice. Wow, we should have clarinet. And then just so happened that, I mean, yeah, our friend Adam is really talented at a bunch of different instruments, and he was in the session with us, and so had him bring his clarinet and track a little bit.
Very good, very good. So you've done the record release show. Are you going to tour? Or is there more plans for more live stuff?
Hopefully. I don't know. We don't really have any set plans for right now, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's hard to say with the state of the world, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah, well, the state of the world is something that seems to be changing day by day. So, I mean, with that in mind, do you consider yourself kind of a different person or a different artist than you were maybe a year and a half ago?
Yeah, I think I mean, I think I do, with or without the pandemic. I think that's just kind of the nature of me personally. And I think I don't know, we're always constantly changing. So, yeah, definitely as a human, I feel very different than I did a year ago or 2 years ago. And hopefully in a year, I'll feel even more different
Right.
and continue this experience. But as an artist, I don't know. I guess maybe the same answer, but yeah.
Cool. Ever been to New Zealand?
I've been in the airport on a layover.
Well, it's not bad. It's a start.
I remember I ordered it was the first time I ever had a flat white was in that.
Oh, there you go.
Airport. This is probably like 2014.
Right. Yeah. Americans seem to be totally confused with the coffee culture here in New Zealand. And it's like, what do I call this? Yeah. It's
yeah, totally.
My parents came here and they had no idea what to ask for. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I couldn't help them. I stick to tea.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah. Anyway. All righty. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Thank you for talking.
Come on down and play for us sometime. And
I would love to. I hope to one day. It seems like a beautiful place.
it is indeed. All righty. Have a great day.
Bye. You too.
Bye-bye.